As you all might remember, Karthik Nair was the second guest on our podcast. In the previous podcast, we discussed about his road to becoming a car guy and some discussions regarding design. But this time, we are going to be discussing his hobby of sketching cars. Not only will he be drawing a sketch in front of us, but he will be explaining it too. So you guys can try it out yourself. So, welcome, Karthik. I trust you are doing well.
Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you, Rishabh, for explaining all this. So now, today we will be watching the time-lapse video. I will be showing the process of how to design the rim design. It's called an app that is Autodesk Sketchbook Pro, and I will be using it on my phone, and I will be designing by using my fingers itself. So while I will be sharing my screen, you will all be able to see what I'm trying to sketch there. And while I'm sketching over there, I will be explaining all the process so that it will be easier for you to sketch on your phone. So I hope without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay. So now I'm in Autodesk app. So first, what I will do, I will select this pastel here, the streaky one,
Hmm.
and then after that, the color, the green one, the trademark signature, and after that, I will select an layer. This will be the basic template first. So first, what I will do is I will create a basic template that is a 2D one, and then after that, I will start sculpting it. I will do the 3D one that it will look as if it is a real one.
Okay.
So first, I will use the pencil and I will do the ellipse now. Now then I will select the symmetry tool here, and in that I will select the radial symmetry, and here we can adjust the segments. We can select how many spokes we want on the rim design. So here for this case I will be selecting the 5 segments, and then I will lock the segment here.
5 seems to be the perfect one.
Yeah. So now I will zoom in a bit so that I will be able to do it properly. It is a basic one, so here start like this. Yeah, wait. What I'm doing here is that I'm just zooming in and I'm drawing here very precisely. So here is the basic design here. Now this will be the hubcap, and this will be the number of spokes. Okay, so the basic template is ready now. You can see. Are you able to see?
Yeah, I am able to see.
Yes. Okay. So now I will overlay it with another layer, and I will decrease this. The first layer's transparency, opacity, I will decrease it so that I can work it perfectly. Now I will select the pastel, the streaky one, and I will increase the size a bit. Okay. So now again I will use the guide here again.
Okay.
Before using the guide, we should turn off the symmetry, because if we use the guide on the symmetry, then it will create different ellipses all over the screen. That's
Hmm.
why. So I have turned off the symmetry now. Now I will be using the guide, and I will be uh, sketching the ellipse now with the help of pastel, the green pastel. Now I will select the symmetric again, and I will select the symmetric. So it is already locked here with the 5 segments. What I will do is I will sketch on it above this layer. I will decrease its opacity a little more. So I will first design very basic, very softly, very slowly. As you can see, it is taking shape. Gradually, it will this start to look as if it is a rim design.
Yeah.
So this rim design would be for the current SUV I'm working on. It is called the Atlantis. I named it Atlantis. I first worked upon that back in 2017.
Why
So
the name Atlantis though? Is there any specific reason behind it?
no, as of now, there is no specific reason for the naming. I just came upon that name, so I decided to name it with that.
Sounds cool though.
Okay, thanks. So for the Atlantis, I have chosen the green color, this lemon green. You can call this neon also, but it is not very neonish here. So it's better we call it green only. So as you can see here, we don't use the traditional rim design. We are overlapping the ellipses here so that to create a 3D effect.
The
So
layers
here
are
you
being
can see this.
overlapped.
Yeah, the layers are overlapped. So now the basic thing, now it's going out of this canvas. See, you can see.
Yeah.
I'm taking it out of the canvas so that it can be, the thread can be felt as the 3D effect. So now you can see the thread is outwards.
Hmm.
It is going out of the tire. Now what I will do is I will increase the size again little bit, and now I will fill color here, this green color itself. So as this is a pastel, it takes time little bit. So to blend it perfectly, as you can see when I'm stroking here and there, the black color is also mixing with the green color.
Hmm.
And when I'm overlapping it again and again and again, then only that green color appears.
Yeah, and the
Because this is
black
a pastel.
fades away.
Yeah, gradually it fades away because this is a pastel, so it takes time. If I used if I use any other tool to sketch this, then it would have been overlapped directly. So here, since we have to show the 3D definitions, then we have to use the pastel. I use this method, the pastel method, because I love this method. So now this is the basic outline. Now what I will do is I will create a separate color. I will darken this color and then I will outline this here
Darker colors
to
for the
show a little
outlining.
bit. Yeah, not for the outline, but to show the depth. I mean, how
Oh,
deeper it is. I will darken the color.
a
And
3D
when the
embossing
color
effect.
dark, yeah. And when the color is dark, we have to apply multiple layers, as you can see. Then
Yeah.
only it will blend perfectly. Otherwise, if you see here, I'm doing one stroke, then it doesn't give the effect. So here multiple strokes and then we have to blend it here like this. So now you can see that the light green effect light green color is the thing that is on top. So here in this case, light is coming from the top directly on the rim from the front.
Hmm.
So what I was telling is, since the rim elements here takes a curve, this area here takes a curve. Wait a second. I will explain with the help of a pencil. See, now what we have done is we have designed this area. We were working on this part, wherein this area here, this darker one, shows that it is inside the rim. It is not going outward. And this lighter green thing, it is on the exterior part. So light directly casts onto this part. So now what I will do is I will create a depth effect, and for that I will pick the color again. Then I will switch to the pastel again. And now I have to show the depth effect here also, because the light will not fall directly onto this. So this part will remain dark, but this part here will remain as it is. So for that I will brighten up the color a little bit, and then I will start doing this. So as I'm talking here, I will also curve it a little bit here and start to blend it in with that light green color. As you can see, I'm curving it here and this is blending here.
Yeah.
So now as you can see, this is a little bit 3D, starting to look 3D. Again, I will do here also the same thing. Wait a minute, the symmetry thing is off. Okay. Now I will have to work again. Whenever we make a mistake here, we can just tap this dot here and we can just undo here.
Okay.
To whichever step we can go. And if we don't want to undo, then we can redo with this button. In that case, now I have to begin all over again. So I will darken this color and then I will increase its dilution a bit. I will decrease its dilution so it will directly start becoming dark.
Hmm.
But again, for darkening this area, we have to put multiple strokes, then only the blend will appear.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the half part is dark and half part is light here. So I was telling that since this part is also going inside the rim, it will be more deeper. So it will have to be more darker. So I have used a more darker shade now, and I will again start the blending process here. And while blending, it should be a perfect blend to make sure that it is a perfect blend. No other color should mix with it.
Hmm.
Only that particular shade should be visible. It is not finished process. The finished product will be a little bit more 3D looking. So now it is deeper, and again I will have to curve it a bit here, this ending part. So in the beginning I used to use stylus, but the stylus, now the phone is gone that has to, that used. Okay. So I was telling that earlier I used to use the stylus for designing stuff on my phone, but then now I use the fingers because it was not that easy to design with fingers.
Hmm.
For that you need some experience. So because you have to find that exact stability, your fingers need to be stable, otherwise it will create a mess.
So I mean, how did you get started with design? In which year did you get started?
It started in the year 2016 when I was fascinated by cars. I mean the design. So I
Hmm.
used to think, why not create my own portfolio? I mean, create my own cars with the touch of design of mine.
Hmm.
So I decided that let's begin a portfolio wherein I am creating different models like the sedan, hatchback, sports cars, hypercars, SUVs, crossovers, etc.
Yeah.
with a touch of mine,
Hmm.
so that I will get to know that what kind of design language that I'm going into. So I wanted to experiment that. So with the help of that, I came to know that I have a design language that needs to be conveyed to the
Hmm.
world.
Yeah.
So sometimes the design gets very bad, and sometimes it is unsatisfying. So for the satisfaction, I design multiple iterations. It is not that I just design one idea and I just finalize that idea to use in the final thing, but I
Hmm.
just create different ideas. And from those ideas, I select one and work on that. That is
That's
how
great,
we
man.
people design.
Good and
Yeah,
bad
thank
are the
you.
part of the journey.
Yeah. And the challenging part is to practice. I mean, during the practice time, uh, when we come across some posts where we see designers doing their best design part,
Hmm.
then sometimes I used to feel demotivated, like only they can design the better thing and I can't do anything. So it was like, no, but only the practice was lacking. I lacked
Yeah.
practice. So after practicing a lot, then I started to witness that my sketches are getting better and better.
Hmm.
So I didn't stop practicing. And as years passed by, my sketches starting becoming more expressive,
Hmm.
as you can see.
Yeah. Just the difference of practice between a good designer and a bad designer.
Yeah. And also, it is not just any non-functional design because there's a formula that is, if the form is good and the form has a function, particular function, then the design will be better.
Hmm.
For good design, there should be a function to the form. So that's what the principle that we follow.
The principle everyone follows.
Yeah.
The
So
folks
now,
at
as you
Bugatti
can see, this
especially.
rim design.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, as you can see, this rim design has started to look this 3D element. So can you see this 3D
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
element? It looks with 3D.
Yeah. It almost looks like it's going to appear out of the screen.
Yeah. So now this is the basic element, that is the main highlight of the rim, that is the main focus area.
Hmm.
So this is the spoke. And now I will be sketching the interior part of this rim design, wherein this area here will be a hollow part. It will be a hole. So it's no need of any color, but I will be outlining it with a brighter color for highlighting it. And when we used to use the stylus, no, at that time, to find stability, it was quite a challenge.
So you had that stability, or you developed it over time?
I developed it over time by practicing a lot. It was a challenge in the beginning, but gradually and eventually in the end, now I do mostly on the phone itself. I don't have PC,
Yeah.
but traditional designers use Wacom, that is the graphic tablets and Photoshop software and all. But
Hmm.
what I did is I just used what I had. The medium that I have, I'm using that itself.
Creating the best out of the medium you have access to.
Yeah, that's what defines we
Hmm.
designers,
Hmm. So how
because that
is
is
this app?
creativity. If we,
Yeah. So I mean, how is this app better than Stylus? You know.
I mean, I find it comfortable. This app. There are many other several apps available on the Play Store as well.
Hmm.
But for me, this is the better because I have gained experience. I mean, I know what kind of tools to choose while working with different types of sketches, and what are the processes to give various effects. So I mean, I know every the working of the every tool in this thing in this
Hmm.
app. So I think this app is perfect, and not only for automotive design but also for product design and graphic artists. Many people use this software. I have also heard that people use Procreate app for creating graphic design and all. On they use this Apple iPad and the stylus. That's the perfect combo.
It also allows them, to get more space to design the stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So as you can see, this element here, this spoke is 3D here.
Hmm.
Now what I will do is I will fill black color here.
Okay.
So I will not entirely black, but little bit of darker shade. I could have used a white background, but actually the problem is it will not appear quite well. See,
Hmm.
if I create this background white, then it will not appear very well. So that's why I have darkened the background.
Yeah, dark is better.
Yeah, because it stands out in the dark thing.
Hmm.
So sometimes I use this, as you can see, here is the toolbar, and if we press the top thing here, then it will just disable the toolbar. It will
Okay.
hide the toolbar, and we have just this dot with which there are shortcut buttons. We can assign these four corner shortcut buttons as per our choice. So when we press this dot, here is the flipping canvas button, the top
Hmm.
one. Then the diagonally from top, the second one, that is the previous color option.
Okay.
Then to the left one, the pick color option, with which we can pick the last color which we can use. And there is an eraser button with that chessboard grid thing that
Hmm.
is used to transparent eraser. I mean, that will create a blank eraser thing. There will be no
Okay.
color, colorless eraser. And the bottom last one is the changing the brush to the last option that we used. So if suppose now I'm using the pastel, then if I press that button, then I will get the pencil option.
Oh,
It's like that. And now, as you can see now, I can hide and unhide that toolbar. So this is the layer tab in which we can take the layers, drag here and there, and we can overlay them as per our choice.
yeah. This is like a mini
So when
Photoshop
we,
tool.
yeah, you can say that.
I have
And there
worked
are
upon these
many,
things.
many identical features are there.
Yeah, but
So
both are
now as you can see that,
Adobe products, so we can expect similarities.
yeah, it is an Adobe product. And also when we are in the layer tab,
Mm,
and when I'm selecting various layers, you can see that blue highlight is there.
yeah.
So when I'm pressing on this one, then there is a blue highlight. If we press again, then we get this more options here.
Mm,
That is the copy, clear, lock layer.
yeah.
And all options, out of all options, I know only few of them because I have not experimented a bit. I have
No
to still
worries.
have to experiment.
Mm,
Like
we,
this HSL adjustment, the color
mm,
balance,
mm,
then the lock layer stuff. I don't know what they do because I have not used that. And also this blend mode. This blend mode has various different type of blending. That means if we want to just blend the colors very fast, then we can use the multiply option.
okay.
And also here this merge. Can you see that merge and merge
Yeah,
all?
yeah. Merge all
That is to merge the
the
that is
layers.
used to merge the two layers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm suppose that if I'm using two other layers, separate layers, and I want to join and combine, and I want to combinedly I want to use, then I can use that option. So now as you can see, I've completed the filling of dark color.
Yeah.
Okay, so now only the middle part is remaining.
Mm,
And sometimes what happens is when we use the stroke very closely to another color, then that color also blends in with that. So
mm,
we can simply undo that. As you can see, I'm when I'm stroking here beside the green, then also the green also mixes with that.
yeah.
So to avoid that, we can undo and do again that thing.
Mm,
So now the basic thing is ready. Now only the exterior part is remaining. Again, I will increase the size. And for fast results, we should use multiple strokes so that we can do the blending process later, but the basic shapes can be prepared faster. So as
mm,
you can see in just some couple of seconds, I can create the basic shape. And the symmetry tool is helpful because if we don't use the symmetry tool, then we have to work for different parts separately.
mm. And that will be a very time-consuming process.
Yeah, it will be a time consuming process. So now since there is no need of these extra parts, so I will use this transparent color and I will decrease the thickness and I will just erase this part because I want to show it as if it is hovering in between the rim.
Mm,
So I will just make it separate. Since I'm doing this on the phone, I'm zooming this. But if I would be doing this on the tablet or the PC or the background, then I would be just keeping it as it is. That is, I would have kept it as this full screen, and I would have used that stylus and did that.
Hmm.
But since this screen is little lags, it lags a bit, so I don't use like that. Okay. I think the basic stuff is ready now. Okay, so now I will use the dark color again to show that this is the piece that gives depth to it. Earlier, what I used to do is I just used to create that 2D template that I did earlier,
Hmm.
and I used to post that because I didn't know what to do to make it 3D here on this phone.
Yeah. You just drew on a ready 2D template, huh?
Yeah, not ready template, but I just did a basic 2D thing and
Yeah.
just okay. So now this is ready, as you
Okay.
can see.
Yeah.
So I think the hubcap is missing now.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm there. Wait. I will use the symmetry. And now since it will blend, then I will be using this pencil now.
Yeah. Now it's done.
So now it is ready. Okay.
So, guys, that's the rim design. Karthik, can you turn on your camera now?
Okay, wait a second. Let me just save it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done. So that's how I designed the rim design on my smartphone using the fingers, just the fingers. I used to have the stylus, but now I don't use the stylus anymore because I have the stable fingers now. And to gain that stability, it took a lot of time because after
Man.
practicing a lot,
Yeah.
then I got the stability in the fingers.
So, thank you, man, for
And
being on the
also,
podcast.
this is the tool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. We are
thank you,
sure
Rishabh, for giving me
going to
this
have,
opportunity.
yeah, we are sure going to have some future sessions with you regarding some complex designs. So, guys, that's all for
Yeah,
this
sure.
time. If you got some value out of this, then hit like, share it with your friends, and do consider subscribing to Motor Drift for more such content in the future. All the links will be in the description below. Till then, ciao. Bye.
Thank you.